Hi, everybody. What has to be one of the strangest first halves of any football game I've ever watched. It's a 7-7 tie. I don't know what to make of this. I really don't. Why would you take the ball first in this weather? Start there. You finally win a coin toss and you do the dumb thing. Make Justin Fields face the elements. You don't take the ball. I just don't understand why they didn't try a field goal. I don't understand almost everything I'm seeing. It's not a particularly pretty game, is it? The weather's not good. Flacco should have had at least one or two more interceptions, and Justin Fields should have had one or two interceptions. And that's what will end up deciding the game, I'm quite certain. Turnovers. And what do you do if you're the Browns? You have no offensive lineman left. Wyatt Teller. It's your only offensive lineman left. Bitonio's hurt. His back's hurt. What do? Can't run the football. They're living in your backfield. They know you're going to pass, and they're overplaying every short pass. They're literally sitting and driving forward so that you can't throw anything short. What do? Tony, you lost all of your brain cells watching your Vikings yesterday. Can't be worse than that. Right now, at 7-7, it's anyone's ball game. And I have a feeling it's going to be whoever makes the dumbest mistake, whether it's Stefanski calling a triple reverse or whether it's Eberflus just handing the ball off for not kicking field goals or doing other stupid things. It looks like, to me, we're the team that's trying to move the football, and Eberflus is the guy who's trying to get the mistake and the gift and trying not to make any mistakes himself. You look at the statistics of this game, and it's not that Flacco is horrible. 14 of 23 for 140 yards in this soup. One touchdown, but an interception that I still don't understand who he was throwing to. And Justin Fields, one touchdown, one interception, but he's 12 of 21 for 101 yards. They've run the ball for 28 yards. We've run the ball for 12 yards. 12. And you're not gonna. You have no offensive line. DJ Moore is the guy we knew he would be. He's averaging about 18 yards a catch, 3 for 55. And Kmet has 5 receptions for 23. We're spreading it around. Amari's got 3. Cedric Tillman's got 3. Njoku's got 3. And Jerome Ford has 3 receptions. You had one small opportunity when a guy dropped a punt, but nobody was close enough to tackle him or jump on the ball. So, on the overall, you're looking at sacks, 1 for the Browns, 1 for the Bears. The track is just not very grippy. If it weren't for the interception, the Bears wouldn't have scored. The Browns at least had a real drive. The Bears, until this last movement of the ball, didn't have anything, but Eberflus figures we're going to get the ball to begin the second half, thanks to Kevin Stefanski. Bojorquez hit one bad punt, one good punt, only averaging 40 yards out there. And Trenton Gill, a little bit better, about 43 yards a punt with a long of 55. Bojorquez long of 53. The weather conditions are just really bad in this game. And we know that the Bears are the number one rushing defense in the league, and we can see why. They're just penetrating, and we don't have anybody up front. The timing of the running plays is mucked up. We are playing at such a disadvantage. It's remarkable that we're in the game. When we fell down 7-0, it could have been really bad news, but they hung together, and Njoku made an incredible catch in the end zone. I give the team credit for holding its shit together. There's just not enough of them left. I'm looking at who's on the field, and it's like, whoa. And there isn't separation again. The wide receivers are not getting separation. The long pass to Amari Cooper was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. The guy was all over him. Same thing with the touchdown in Njoku. Same thing with everything Cedric Tillman gets his hands on. There's like 3 guys hanging on him. And I agree, Mr. B, I agree. The only way is turnover, right? But we don't have our regular people in. And the last I heard, Denzel Ward was sucking oxygen on the sidelines, and I don't know what that's all about. The way they missed it is the way they miss everything. They're not looking. They're not paying attention. He was shoved out of bounds. Very strange. And Mark is saying that Denzel is barely playing because his shoulder is not healed. And, it's just a matter of time until we give up a big play. Because the one thing they are trying to do is throw the ball deep. The thing that's strange about Eberflus, he's not trying to run the football. He's trying to throw deep patterns. And thank you, David. It's confirmation, only playing on passing downs, but they're trying to pass. That's probably why they're throwing early on in downs, because they see that the full complement of defenders is not just not out there. Easier said than done. Again, if you take a look at the plays for the Browns and you look at, 9 rushes and 23 passes. This game is in Joe Flacco's hands, and he doesn't have escapability. And with the slippery ball, if he gets hit from behind, it's an automatic fumble. Justin Fields is the other way around. He's not experienced, but he has escapability. That's how they got their touchdown, was, and a miss by Myles Garrett that maybe he would have made if he were healthy. But on a slick field, he made a grab for him, didn't get him, and Fields was able to change his direction and get the ball to Cole Kmet. I don't know why they brought Dorian Thompson-Robinson in for one play. I don't understand that either. On a wet day like that, where a guy's cold and standing on the sidelines in 28-mile-an-hour gusts, you bring him in to throw a pass to the flats? It doesn't really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And that's it. I mean, without a running game in this kind of weather, you're fucked. This is the kind of game you kind of want to short pass, run, get in the field goal range, kick field goals, get points, you see. Except if you're Matt Eberflus, you don't even want to try to kick the field goal. And that's absolutely true too, there were a number of calls that were missed, in my opinion. And it's nothing new. The officials are having a specifically bad year, if we're to believe that, with all the gambling that's going on. And I think that's true too, Richard. We have done a good job containing the quarterback in the pocket. Done a good job of that. But, without turnovers on a short field in this muck, it doesn't look like anybody is able to move the ball, but it seems like they're more likely to get the turnover than we are, because we don't have our full complement of defensive linemen who will strip sack, and it's very hard. Right now, the Browns, have to try to take advantage of a play or two that they make and try to keep Chicago off the board. And Chicago's being gifted the ball in the second half because of a bad decision in management of taking the ball in bad weather, unless they heard the weather was going to get nothing but worse. And they figured, well, if we're going to take a shot in the first possession, we might as well get it while the field is better because it's only going to get worse. That's entirely possible too. Only Kevin Stefanski knows that for sure. It's what's with pushing receivers out of bounds and no flag? It's called rookie. It's a rookie. That's what it is. It's Cedric Tillman, and he doesn't get calls. What I can tell you is this. We're going to be back after the game. I'm just mystified at this. We're in the game, and if we can score a W, it's a huge W because we gain ground toward our playoff goal. But I have a bad feeling. That we just don't have enough ammunition. We're going to see. So let's see what happens. 12 men on the field, by the way, twice against the Browns defense because we're playing guys who don't know where to line up or whether they're supposed to be in or out of the game. It's the bottom line. It's just not enough people, and we can't afford more injuries. I'll be back after the game on the post-game show, and let's go Browns. Let's try to get this done, man. We have an opportunity. We're still in it. See you afterwards. Until then, bye-bye.